Okay. I decided I would have a sip of dew. See if my throat will bear with me through another chapter. There was something I wanted to underline up here and I didn't. Chapter 8, Genesis. And God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged. I know that word all of a sudden, it looks funny. The fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, when the rain from heaven was restrained, and the waters returned from off the earth continually. And after the end of the 150 days, the waters were abated. And the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. And he sent forth a raven, which went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from off the earth. He sent forth a dove from him, to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned unto him in the ark, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. Then he put forth his hand. There's one I don't have underlined. And took her, and pulled her unto him into the ark. And he stayed yet another 7 days, and he sent forth the dove out of the ark. And the dove came in to him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth. And he stayed yet another 7 days, and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him any more. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the 1st month, in the 1st day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth, and Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. And in the 2nd month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth was dried. And God spake unto Noah, saying, Go forth of the ark, thou and thy wife, and thy sons wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee, of all flesh, both of fowl and of cattle, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, that they may breed abundantly in the earth, and be fruitful, and multiply upon the earth. And Noah went forth, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him. Every beast, every creeping thing, every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth, after their kinds, went forth out of the ark. And Noah builded an altar unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast, and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a sweet savor, and the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake. For the imagination of a man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more every living thing as I have done. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. In other words, the animals and just the earth, the flora and fauna and everything he created, the lush vegetation, all gorgeous. They were all wiped out because man is stupid. And like I said, that includes the woe man too. And anymore, he's saying they're not going to pay. They're not going to be wiped out for what you do. I like verse 22 as well. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest. I love that phrase, and I get it from here. I get it from him. Seed time and harvest. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and night, and day and night shall not cease. That's nice also. It's just comforting. It's the whole, all of it. But what I like, especially, is verse 20. Now, the flood has gone. Things are starting to grow again. There's trees uncovered. There's things, earth is reborn. They open the door. Adam and the wife go out. Shem, Ham, Japheth, and their wives, they go out. All of the animals go out. And they see, like, in my opinion and belief, Garden of Eden, take 2. And what's the first thing they do? What does Moses do? Chapter 8, Genesis, verse 20. And Noah builded an altar unto the Lord, and offered offerings. It saddens me. It sorrows me that I have not built an altar here. I didn't build one at my last house. I've owned 2, kind of. And this one is in my name. Now, the first day that I got the keys, before I called anyone, before I did anything, I come to this house. And I walked through, I made sure I stepped into each and every room. You don't go through a bedroom, you go in and come back out. They don't all connect. But I went through the entire house and the basement, in every defined room-like area, the scary bathroom with the hole in the floor. I stepped in each area as I sang the Lord's Prayer. And then I forgot, oh dang, I forgot the garage. So I went out and I walked around the garage and I sang the doxology. And that was I wanted that to be the first thing I did. Like tonight, this is the beginning of my 52nd year. My 2-10 and 5. 5 and 10. These are the things that matters. That the fire keeps burning. But I picked a place over home, and I could always, astrology is amusing for me. It's like so far-fetched and hideous. But then it's like their description of the people when they describe the characteristics. Dang if they just kind of aren't mostly spot on. It's funny. But, you know, I mean, I am like the creative Pisces for sure. Lord, please take your creeping things out of here. We have mice apparently in the ceilings. Squirrels or something. Anyway, over home, that back corner, I could always envision it there. Even when I put out that chair there, I had like a love seat, which I have here, which the dogs are now killing. Shame on us. I asked that they be put up, but I should have went and done it myself. Anyway, with the love seat that's out in the garage now, I had it for a while over in the back corner of the property under this big, huge, gorgeous tree. And I would go out and sit there, knowing that is where I should have built my altar. But I would go out and sit there and just, you know, it was such a peaceful place. And I would reflect on things, including the song I Miss My Time With You. Stop it. You bugging me. Let me know if you're handy. I don't know if that startled him enough to go away or not, but we gotta do something. I need to turn the thing off, actually. I want to build an altar out back here, and I think everybody should have one. And I think I'm going to turn this off and come back and expand on that. It's 1:45.